Remember, Sean had a serious brain injury 3 years ago.
Yes, and the doctor said he could play if he wears a helmet. Do you remember that?
What? Danny, we got lucky last time. You could have had cognitive issues, depression.
Yeah, but he doesn't. Come on, all his friends are on the team.
Well, what's wrong with tennis or track?
Dad, come on.
I'm coming!
The super hit police procedural drama Blue Bloods has captured many hearts over a decade. It's not just the grippy storylines and fast-paced action that kept people glued to their screens. It was also the characters that people came to know over the years and loved. One of them was Linda Reagan, played by Amy Carlson. Everybody was loving the character, but then suddenly Amy disappeared, leaving fans reeling as they tried to make sense of what happened to her and how the show will now be going forwards. All in all, her sudden disappearance left fans in shock. So let's find out what really happened to Linda Reagan from Blue Bloods.
You're ducking me.
I'm not ducking you. What do you want?
You in by Joe's gym?
Yeah.
You did?
I went to straighten the guy out. What?
Well, now he's pissed off.
Yeah, he's not the only one.
Since the show The Blue Blood started, fans fell in love with the character Linda Reagan. From her debut in season 1 as a stay-home mum to her return as an ER nurse, her every move in the serial became fans' favorites. Despite being married to a cop, she was shown immune to dangers. She was kidnapped, caught in the crossfire of a hospital shooting, and ultimately ended in a helicopter crash. But through it all, it was Amy Carlson who brought Linda Reagan to life, to make her fans laugh, cheer, and cry. Let's not forget about those Reagan family Sunday dinners where Linda's wit and charm shone bright. Whether they were debates about religion, or politics, family, traditions, or hilarious anecdotes, Linda kept the family glued together. But something fishy happened in season 8. The long-loved character was killed in a helicopter crash. And to add more to the suspense, Amy Carlson didn't receive the farewell from the on-screen and off-screen staff of the show. Fans were left wondering why this is so and how this happened. But hold up a minute, before we dive into the Blue Bloods, let's get to know the woman behind the character first. Amy Carlson was born in Glen Ellen, Illinois. Her parents, Robert and Barbara Carlson, were teachers. So while growing up, Amy and her 3 siblings spent their summers camping and traveling all over the United States. Their lives were really fun, and they hit up every state except for Alaska. Amy got her interest in history and theater arts, so she graduated from Knox College with a degree in East Asian history and theater arts. After this, she headed to Chicago to learn and improve. There she met Chana Halperin at the Improv Olympic and Eileen Vorbach, and Victor Del Toro at the Actor Center to polish her skills and learn professionally. She refined herself like a diamond, and that's why she found success on the small screen soon. Not only this, she got a 1998 Emmy nomination for her role as Josie Watson-Clare in the long-running soap opera In Another World. However, Amy made a name for herself by playing Alex Taylor in the TV crime drama series named Third Watch. Her character was a badass paramedic and a firefighter woman who joined the cast in season 2 and quickly became a fan favorite character until she came to a tragic end. After this huge success, Amy landed her biggest role to date as she was chosen to play Linda Reagan in the hit TV series Blue Bloods. The show followed the Reagan family, who were all involved in law enforcement while navigating through their personal and professional lives. The Sunday dinner scenes were the heart of the show, where the family gathered to eat, drink, and argue. The series Blue Blood premiered in 2010 and became an instant hit with millions of viewers. Linda's character had her fair share of close calls, even though she'd not been in the line of fire like her husband. The character did well in 7 seasons and got a huge fan following, but her death in season 8 shook fans to their core. Whatever the reason behind Linda's disappearance was, the character made Amy Carlson win the game of acting. Rest in peace, Linda Reagan. Your fans will miss you. Well, Blue Bloods fans, hold on to your hat because we've got some juicy secrets on the shocking exit of Linda Reagan from the show. Let's get back to the helicopter incident that left everyone reeling at the start of season 8. I know you were surprised, and it was the same for Amy Carlson. She was also surprised by her sudden departure from the show. In fact, the actress was left with zero closure and many questions about what went down and how it did. So we have got the inside scoop of the story. Amy started appearing in season 1 as a reoccurring character, but then her appearances became permanent till the end of season 7. Her contract was up at the end of season 7. Despite her huge fan following and popularity, the producers made the tough decision of her exit from the show. So they killed her in season 8. After the fans got to know why she was killed, they had a lot of questions in their mind. Did the producers try to convince her to stay? Have they written her character out in a satisfying way that ties up loose ends? Or they planned to drop a bombshell on viewers that leaves them gasping for air? Everybody thought the procedures made the decisions, and Amy became a pitiful character. But nope, it was Amy who decided to take down the offer. She took the reins in her own hands and left the show. You might be thinking about why on earth she would do that or leave the show when millions wanted to see her. Though her departure from the show left us all in a state of shock, it was not shocking for her, as she's been busy making some serious moves since then. Amy wasted no time after denying the contract renewal and instantly booked 2 feature films. The busy lady starred in A Bread Factory in 2018 and later followed up with a role in The Incoherence in 2019. But that's not all. She made her triumphant return to television with 2 short-lived series. The first one was The Village, which had a single season only, but her acting was awesome. After that came Netflix's The Society, which became the most viewed supernatural higher education drama that was cancelled after 1 season. I don't know what Netflix was thinking, but we want more Amy in our lives. Unfortunately, the pandemic had been a big setback for the careers of many stars, but luckily it could not get Amy down. She filmed 2 episodes of FBI Most Wanted in 2020 and also starred in an art house horror film called No Fear. In No Fear, she played the role of Wendy, which is positively chilling. So nobody has to tell you where to turn if you're looking for a good scare. Now we know what you're all thinking. Is there any chance that Carlson could return to Blue Bloods? Well, unfortunately her slate is looking pretty empty at the moment. However, strange things have happened in the past and nobody knows how it's going to happen. But being honest, everybody would love to see her back on the show that made us all fall in love with her in the first place. Right now, Amy has said goodbye to the Blue Bloods, but she is still out there to make waves in the industry, and no doubt she will continue to do so for years to come. Amy's fans would be surprised to know that before becoming an actress, she was a model in Europe. Moreover, she is a trained opera singer and had honors for performing with the Lyric Opera of Chicago. Currently, she's married to a musician and former of the record label French Kiss Records, Sid Butler. The couple has 2 children together. Besides this, she works for animal rights as an advocate and has worked with organizations such as the ASPCA. Also, she's involved with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society and has raised funds for the organization by running in marathons. Though Amy left Blue Bloods and Linda is now dead, instead of dwelling on their departure, let's focus on the character in the first place and never forget that her absence left a gaping hole in the show's dynamic. No matter if you're still dealing with her tragic exit or had moved to season 9, one thing will never change: that the Blue Bloods won't be the same without her. However, fans should keep their hopes high. Maybe one day you'll get a satisfying conclusion to her story. Until then, keep tuning in to see how the Reagans handle their life without Linda.